Hi, and welcome to an OWL training video for the Center for Academic Excellence. My name is Jennifer Buff, and I'll be your host for the next 7 minutes. So I just wanted to demonstrate how I use the OWL camera in my classroom and how I use it. So I'm starting this out with a student perspective. I'm actually recording this with the OWL camera. And so you can see just right now that you have a full spectrum of the whole classroom. You can see me, and that's because the OWL camera is picking up on my voice as well as my movements. So if I were to come across here, because I'm going to make some notes on the board in just a second, it will come over here and show that I'm making notes on the board. And if you were to use the board or the screen, maybe I'm gesturing to the screen or something like that, but it follows my voice and my movements. And so it has opened up a spot for me here. It's still showing the last place I was, just in case there's other stuff going on over there. Now I'm going to show you a couple of other perspectives in the PowerPoint that I have, and I'll switch to that now. Okay, so in the classroom, I can use the OWL camera to broadcast synchronous classroom learning to students through Zoom. So if I'm having a hybrid class where half the students are in Zoom, or if I have a fully online class where all the students are in Zoom, I can use the OWL camera to not have to worry too much about the camera and just teach. I can also record it, record what I do in the classroom and share with my students through a video link through As You Learn. I can also use the OWL camera to capture the whole classroom environment without having to manipulate a camera to pick it up and turn it around or anything like that. It will really follow anything. So if I had other students somewhere else in the classroom, you might view them from the top of the screen, but if they were to speak, the camera and the audio would zone in on that student to share, and that would be it's a lot more specific. And so if you're having a discussion, you'll want people to go maybe one at a time to better pick that up. But Zoom participants can more fully participate in that hybrid learning experience. The OWL camera allows the entire room to be recorded, so multiple individuals can participate in different ways in making the video, so I'm not the only person in the video. And it also actually amplifies Zoom participants through the OWL speaker. The OWL camera itself has many different microphones all the way around it, and that's why it's called the 360. It also has the camera at the top that looks all around. So if I were to come over here and be a student, of course it's going to only pick me up because I'm the only person in this room right now, but so I can see it's picking me up, and I might have something I'd like to share with the teacher, a thought, a comment, a reflection, or the right answer, or something like that, and I can share that, and then folks who might be on Zoom from home can feel like they are part of the classroom and not just listening to the professor, but also turning around to listen to their fellow participants. So it's actually quite a nice thing. Now, in terms of setup, it's relatively easy. You will find out where the OWL camera is stored in your department. You'll grab that. I would give at least maybe 5 extra minutes before you would normally appear in class. Not because you need them all, but just because so you can troubleshoot it. When you get to your classroom, you're going to set up your tripod, make sure that it's not wobbly, make sure everything's nice and tight so it's not going to fall over, and that it's not in the way of people walking. If you'll notice, she has 2 different cords here, and the first cord she's going to plug into the podium outlet for AC power, and the second cord she's going to plug into the USB port, and that will connect and communicate with the computer system. Next, you're going to turn on your Zoom meeting, however you are doing that, whether you're doing it through your As You Learn or maybe through just email or something. And then you're going to select both the microphone, the speaker output, and the camera to the Owl Pro camera. And they will look a lot like this through that. You'll want to make sure that you test the speaker and the microphone using the speaker test that Zoom allows to make sure it's working. And then when you're actually recording, you're going to press record on your Zoom meeting, and the Owl camera does the rest. There's no need to move anything around. You might want to direct your audience to take turns sharing and speaking in some way. That will help the Owl camera to focus on the current participant. But multiple speakers will automatically appear in different camera boxes for that brief time after they have finished. So you will also want to share with your students that they might be on camera and to be on their best behavior. All right, so here are some screenshots. At the top, you see that you have a pan of the entire classroom, and on the bottom we see the instructor and one class participant with their arm raised. And then in the next shot, you see the full classroom. We see a participant standing in the back, and down here, that same participant is sharing with the class. We can't see the mouth moving, but we know we can hear it because the Owl camera picked them up. And it looks like everybody's listening to what they have to share. And then here, we get more interaction, and it splits into a group of four speakers. So everybody gets to participate, and visually and audibly. And I think that is a real kind of step up from the Zoom experience that we're all used to from this past year. If you have any questions, or if you're interested in trying this out, please don't hesitate to reach out through your faculty champion, through your department. If you're not sure who that is, just simply send an email to your chair and they will let you know, and you can reach out to them. If you're feeling pretty confident, you can just go grab your Owl camera, but still needs a little bit of help with setup. You can visit the CAE website at cae.appstate.edu and certainly reach out to your contact for your college through the CAE. I hope that you all have a great experience with your Owl cameras and with your students this coming fall. Thank you very much.